sobald was siehst, fängst an.
Ja, also dann, meine Herren.
Ich warte bis der Ladebildschirm fertig ist.
Nimmt eh schon auf.
Jetzt können wir ja dann schneiden. Okay, jetzt Spiel- und Pause-Modus. Dann fangen wir jetzt an, okay? Okay?
Fang an.
Let's go. So, hello guys, and welcome to the first cast of the Great War mod 1918. The mod is specifically named 1980 because to that time there was a huge German push. So, yeah, it's not entirely a trench warfare. It's a bit more mobile warfare. So, yeah, I would say we begin with the British faction.
Yeah, hello guys. We are two balancers and try to show you some of the basic units and buildings so that you get an impression, and then we do a game later on. Here we have the British faction. You have like in V3H base defense with these two bunkers and a HQ where you can build your infantry section and your pioneer-like unit. You start already with it. And yeah, what you can tell about the basic buildings you can build.
Yeah, you can do two starts. One of the start is you build a normal tier 1. Or the other start is that you can build an outpost where you can also build units. So I would say, Killer, just start to build the Scout Officer's Post, which is the tier 1.
Oh yeah. This one. The interesting stuff with Brits is that you can have here this start, where you can build a raiding party, commando section and a sniper in your first tier building. But you can also start completely different by locking down a sector, which I will do now, with these three buildings. If you place this building on a sector, the sector will be locked down, the resources will be opt, and you can build units in that and reinforce there. It's kinda like opposing fronts Brits, that you can build some buildings in the field, but yeah, it's different still.
It's different because there's not that much health points. The buildings, they are pretty much fast down.
Just,
and
yeah.
The reason you have 3 buildings is because you have 3 lieutenants or 3 command sections. And in every building you can build 1 command section. Yeah, that's mainly the first thing to say about the opening.
So you see here, I can build here your main infantry and the officer here, and I can reinforce. And the interesting why it's so important is because I can assign a unit to each outpost. So in this case, 3 outposts and 3 assignments. That means I can retreat to this outpost if I have to. Then I can build there a healing station too in the field. So it's like a little forward base.
Yeah.
That's the 2 different starts. And what can you tell about the tier 1 building?
Maybe we should notice that this is the cheat mod, so the building times and producing times of course not like it will be in-game, it will be much longer.
Just to present the factions, how they work, and then we'll do a normal game.
Exactly. So maybe you start building a raiding party.
Yeah.
The raiding party is very special because it can be fully cloaked and can clear out trenches and whatever, and can near to enemy without being seen. So here we have the raiders with pistols and SMGs. And when they cloak, they are creeping.
Yes, it's a nice little detail. That
Yeah.
don't walk slowly like a pantomime, but they are crouching.
Yeah. They can also cut wire, throw grenades, and bungalow nades.
Bungalow, it's like a satchel charge.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
So
a
that's
satchel charge.
pretty much everything about the raiders, stat-wise. So you can go to the infantry section now. The normal infantry section is the main infantry unit you build. Best thing is to build more of them, of course, at the start. So you have power, fighting power. Then, yeah, you can say something about the upgrades.
You have two upgrades here. One upgrade is Lewis gun. It's a very effective against enemy infantry, and it also pins him very fast. And the rifle nades upgrade, it's like normal rifle nades upgrade, but also AT. This means I have here a tank grenade. So that's one of the main AT of the Brits, the tank grenades. And the other upgrade,
It's a bit like a Panzerfaust.
grenades still.
Yeah, it's grenades, but the design is the function is like a Panzerfaust.
And
It's
there
only
was upgrade where you can stun enemy bunkers. But I don't know. It's not here. Well, that's two starts, possible starts you can have as Brits, and then you have a tech building you build next. That's a munitions dump. What you can
It's
say
pretty
about the
pretty
munitions
yeah,
dump?
it's pretty important, the ammunition dump, because it gives you a lot of upgrades and specials and something like that. It's a bit like not like the supply yard, but it's, you can't build units inside, but it's very very important for upgrades. Yeah, like this.
Yeah, it also should unlock
Yeah,
the
it also should unlock
command
some.
post and the maintenance bay.
Yeah,
They
so
can-
you can't go on teching without building the ammunition
Yes.
dump. It's a central gameplay element.
Yes, and also it unlocks grenades, tank grenades, anti-infantry grenades, and it unlocks the gas for the howitzer, gas attack. And here we have two possible techings now. It's a command post, company command post, and the maintenance bay. The company command post is a building where you can build support units for your main infantry, like a machine gun
MG.
section. It's just a heavy MG, just a normal heavy MG, and a mortar, which is a normal mortar. And of course, AT gun, 18-pounder field gun.
It's a field gun, but should be used like an AT gun, but it also has automatic fire on enemy infantry. So it's a bit more than a AT gun. It's a very important weapon in the game. The
Yeah.
Axis has the same weapon too.
It's actually, it's a AT gun. And at the same time anti-infantry gun,
Yeah,
a field gun.
very devastating.
Yeah, we will see later. And the next building of Brits is the maintenance bay, which comes earlier. The Brits have the possibility to build vehicles earlier than Germans, according to history. And there you can build your Mark IV male tank, female, and the Rolls-Royce wagon.
Armored car.
Yeah, it's an armored car basically.
The armored car
Swoop.
comes pretty fast if you play on it. So it's not entirely the tank gameplay is not entirely taken out. So maybe you should build some tanks now. Yeah, here we have the Rolls-Royce armored car. It's very fast. And it's a infantry raper. It's very good against infantry. Only against infantry. And here we have a Panzer Mark IV male. Male means that he has a cannon, so it's good against enemy tanks. while the female version of it only has MGs and has no can't beat up enemy tanks at all.
The difference between female and male you can easily see with the gun. It's here you have a very small gun, that's because the female is just a MG, and the male tank has a bigger gun, which is here. It's actually the biggest difference between those tanks, that one is only against infantry and the other one can actually fight other vehicles and bunkers and all that stuff.
Yeah, look really nice.
You see the difference here? Small gun, big gun.
So the one is only against infantry and the other is mainly good against tanks.
All the other guns I think are the same.
Yeah. So that's mainly the normal buildable units. And maybe you switch on the doctrines now, so we can have a small look on the doctrines. But we won't explain now everything in the doctrine, just to see the main themes of the doctrines.
Mm-hmm. You see?
So there are Royal Engineers, Panzerkorps and Schocktruppen. The Royal Engineers gives you a lot of special functions for your infantry. So you can assign engineers to command sections or command sections to engineers. You can retreat to the outpost with your engineers and stuff like that. Get advanced or better buildings and stuff like that. So it's pretty much a good all-round doctrine. Then we should have a look on the Panzerkorps, which is, I think, the most interesting doctrine. Which doesn't mean it's the most powerful, it's just very interesting because it brings a lot of tank warfare in the game. So we have here call-in tanks, self-repair, faster vet for tanks and stuff like that, so it's mainly all about tanks.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, then we can have a look on the Schocktruppen. Schocktruppen combines a lot of things together. It's a good all-round doc.
Yeah.
So we have recon, strafe, bombing runs, and some.
The right-hand side is all about aircraft, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And the left-hand side is combined arms.
It gives infantry more boost and something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's mostly a small overlook about the Brits. About the damage system is very interesting in this game. It's in this mod. It's not blitzkrieg damage and it's not Company of Heroes vanilla damage system. It's a mix out of it, which is very interesting. I like the damage system a lot. Normally I'm a fan of the Company of Heroes damage system. I don't like blitzkrieg damage system, so realistic damage system. But this damage system is really it's the perfect mix, I think. The devs did a really great job with it. We will see this later in the gameplay video, how the damage system is looking like. So then we have a look on the Germans, I would say.
Yeah. To say, actually the Germans are the advancing, the offensive force in the early game, and the Brits are more like the defensive force that try to stand their ground, gain some resources